What is good, guys? It is Black Sage, and yes, I'm back with the infamous tier list. And as you guys can see, I have some anime games that actually came out for the past 2 years. This is actually anime games from 2018 to present tier list, and I wanted to do this because I just wanted to show you guys what we've been getting for the past 2 years. The past 2 years have actually been pretty shit. It's been to the point where I don't really, I still cover anime games, but I'm starting to play like other stuff in general. But I kind of want to do this. I'm not saying this as facts. I'm not, anything. My opinions aren't, not everybody's opinions aren't fact. Some people might agree, some people may not, but we all have different opinions. We all have different tastes. So for all those people who get butthurt over, their favorite game or their favorite character or their favorite show not being on the top tier list, shitty tier list comments, I honestly don't give a shit, bro. I really don't, because I'm finna just sit here and I'm gonna tell it how it is. All right, I say it all the time. I appreciate Bandai for actually releasing anime games, but it's time to, let's, dive into some things. Bandai didn't make they don't always make bad games, but it's for the past 2 years, it's actually been pretty fucking trash. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So with the first game I got here, I do have Code Vein. I did do a Code Vein series on the channel. Code Vein was actually probably one of the best games I've ever played by Bandai, if not the best game. If you guys don't play Dark Souls or never played Dark Souls, or you've never played Sekiro, Dark Souls like games, this is what this is, but in an anime form. It has a nice story. Character creation was insane. People actually hopped on the game just to create a character, just to make anime characters or their favorite content creators out of characters. But the game is very, very challenging, and I love challenging games. That is one thing that anime games do not have, is a challenge. So the game was very challenging. Bosses were hard. There's co-op story mode. You can have like a companion, and you can call for help when you get stuck on a boss or a map. There was points in time, there was like, certain parts where I just got stuck at and couldn't find my way out, so I had to call on a real life PvP person to help me get my way out of certain maps or beat certain bosses. So this game, in my opinion, was probably one of the greatest games that Bandai has dropped in 2 years, and I will put it in the all-time greats. It sold over 1 million copies at the beginning of July. It's probably selling more than that. People love this game to death. I love this game. This game was literally a masterpiece to me, and that's why I'm going to put it in the S tier, because if you guys haven't played this game, bro, this game was, oh my gosh, it's amazing. If you like challenges, I recommend this. There's different classes. There's all kinds of classes. There's a lot of classes, man, and the story is deep, man. I wouldn't say it's deep, but it's a really, really good story, man. They also have 3 DLC out now, so there's extra content for you to try out. I don't know if it's on sale or whatever, but this game was a masterpiece to me, and this is why this is an S tier. Now let's go on to Tokyo Ghoul Recall to Exist. Now, I did make a video on this, and I just say the game was not bad. It wasn't bad, but the more I played off camera, the more I start to say, okay, this game is not that great. The combat system was literally suspect. I did not like it at all after the first few times of me playing. The first time I was like, oh, it's not that bad. It was pretty bad. Online kind of just didn't make sense. It really wasn't all that great. Tokyo Ghoul just cannot get a break. Anime got fucked at season 2, season 3. If you guys want me to be honest, the Tokyo Ghoul story is literally one of the best anime stories known to man to me. It is really one of the greatest stories, but the animation got ruined. The manga is great, but the animation got ruined, and people just call anime shit now because they have shitty animation. If you don't like the animation, might not read, but people say they don't like to read. So I kind of understand why niggas don't have, their grammar is fucking fucked. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm going off track here. Tokyo Ghoul, this game was just, it just wasn't it. So I'm gonna have to put it at the lowest tier, D. It is sad that this franchise is really getting disrespected like this. So anywho, moving on, we're on to Kill la Kill. Never played the game, seen like 2 gameplay videos. I know it's a 2D fighter, but our system works. People say this game is very underrated. Like I said, I've never played it, so I'm not going to even speak anymore on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in never played. Simple as that. Now, Gotama Rumble. Gotama Rumble was actually not released in the States. It was not When I say the States in the West, it was not released here. I have a copy of this game. Where did I get it? I got it from Bandai Singapore. Yes, I had to order this game from Bandai Singapore. This game was only released, if I'm not mistaken, it was only released in Japan and Singapore. So I got me the English subtitles, or yeah, the dub whatever, English dub or not English dub, whatever, English subtitles. And this game is a hack and slash game. It's like Dynasty Warriors, Power Warriors, whatever, yada yada. But it's Gintama, and we haven't had a Gintama game since what, PS2. I think Gintama had a PS2 game that wasn't released in the States anyway. But this was like literally my first hack and slash type of game ever, literally ever. And I played Bleach. I played Bleach Soul Resurrection. I seen One Piece Power Warriors 4 gameplay, but for some reason I just enjoy this a lot. I enjoyed this a lot, and I really love this hack and slash game. So it wasn't, you know, still your typical hack and slash game, but it was Gintama. It had a lot of, you know, comedy in it. Still haven't beat the game. I still have it. I don't have it up here with me, but it's behind me, behind this green screen. I'm gonna have to put it in the B tier, just because it was a fun game. Now, Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni, people, I think somebody recommended me this years ago. Never touched the game. Just seemed like probably a short minute of gameplay. I'm not even going to try to even talk about this game, so I'm just going to move on. Not Sakura Wars. I've seen some trailers. I've seen this and that here and there. The character designs were actually made by Tate Kubo. He did the character designs for this game. That's why this game stuck out to me. But what I've heard is that this game is like a hentai mecha game. I still have not touched it. It just came out this year, but I still haven't touched it. I don't know if I ever will touch it. But people say this game is good, but it's, like I said, a hentai mecha anime game. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in never played. Now, 7 Deadly Sins, Knights of Britannia. I haven't touched this game, but I've seen plenty of videos to know that this game is one of the most broken, bland, rushed. I'm sorry, but it was a terrible game. It was broke. You know, there was broken characters. I think there was a way to customize your character or whatever, like cash characters. I forgot what you could do with cash characters, but the concept was just not there. The story mode was just not there. I've seen that. Multiplayer gameplay. The online is dead for a reason. It is terrible. It was literally terrible. I've seen enough to know that this game was not good whatsoever. So sorry to the people who, you know, put effort into this game, man, but this game was just not good. It just wasn't good. So moving on to Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker, the game that got me where I'm at today. You know, the game I've been covering since 2018, January 2018. Now I've seen the first. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I seen the first trailer of the game, and you know, this was before they announced the CACES. Everybody hated it. I didn't like it either. I didn't like how it looked, but I came to understand that it was in pre-alpha stage. Now, the more news we got, the more I became interested in the game, and then they announced CACES. Now, here's the problem. They dropped a scan. Hopefully, I could put this scan on screen. If I don't have it on screen, I'm sorry. But the scan false advertised. They said there was going to be over thousands of jutsu, hundreds and thousands of ways to customize your character. They said hundreds and thousands, something like that. They lied. There's reskins. There was not 1,000 jutsu. There's probably if you do 3 times however many characters are on the roster, it's probably like 100 and something. It's probably not even breaking 200. There was not a lot of jutsus. There was not the 1,000 jutsus that they were talking about, not the hundreds and thousands of clothing options. All of that just wasn't there. There's not even 100,000 clothing options in Naruto 2 Boruto alone. So, you know, it was false advertised, but the game came out. I was really hyped. I started playing it over and over, and I started to notice. The end of 2018, I started to notice this loop. It was me just playing for clothes over and over and over. Oh, let's play for a Demon Wind Shuriken. Over and over and over. Get top 10 for Demon Wind Shuriken, Rainbow Shuriken. And I was like, fuck it, I'm done for December. I came back in January of 2019, and I started to season 2. I'm not saying that I actually started it, but I started talking about it season 2. I was starting to make season 2 videos. I tried to push it out, and everybody was saying, oh, there's not going to be a season 2. It's not going to be a season 2. Season 2 happened, and everybody was pissed. But the same people who said there wasn't going to be a season 2 are the same ones screaming season 3 now, which is, I told you guys, which is not happening. So season 2 comes about, you know, and I'm thinking everything is going to change. And I mean, we get a game mode, we get some new characters, and The game hero mode literally was one of the best things that happened, probably the best thing that happened, but it was still the same game at the end of the day, no matter how you put it. So, you know, still that infinite loop, and I just got tired of it again. And, you know, like I said, hero mode was dope. And so that's when all the content creators, all the players started leaving. Now people are pulling this screenshot of 130,000 players, active players monthly. And I wish I had the screenshot before that. But what you guys are not understanding is I don't know if you guys are just not finding out about that website, but when you guys are pulling up this 130,000, you got to take in consideration that before that 130,000, a month before, March, Shinobi Striker on PS4 alone had 300,000 plus players. Fast forward to May, there's only 130,000. So over a span of a month and a half, Shinobi Striker has lost over almost 200,000 players. So the game is alive, but it's slowly dying because people are, starting to realize, you're just fighting for clothes. Everybody's screaming season 3, nothing's changing. There's nothing changing, and that's why I left. It's not that I don't hate the game. I like I got pros. Like the pros were the movement, freedom. We never had this much freedom in a Naruto game before. We never ever had this much freedom in a Naruto game before. But I need to stop talking. The pros were freedom, movement. They tried a new concept, but the content wasn't just there. It wasn't there. The game is literally unplayable now. It's literally unplayable. Don't fucking lie to me. It's unplayable. I have top tier clans come to me, sometimes come to me, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on YouTube saying the game is just fucking ridiculous now. It really is. And I hate to say it, but as much as this game has done for me, I had to put in C tier because I'm going to critique the shit I like. I'm going to critique the shit that got me to where I am. I'm going to be a realist. The game was just not there. It just wasn't there. So I'm going to move on to Persona 5 because we are at 13 minutes. I'm going to move on to Persona 5. Persona 5, masterpiece. JRPG, turn-based. If you don't like turn-based, you get to live a life of a high school student. Go to school, take tests, go to classes, steal hearts. Everybody should know Joker by now. He's in Smash Bros, bro. If you don't know about Persona 5, Persona 5 is like one of the best anime games, one of the best games in general that I have ever played, ever. It is literally, I love this game to death. I could play it on for hours and hours and hours and hours. There's a reason why I didn't play it on camera. I have the game, but I don't play it on camera because the game takes time. It is fun. It is so much to do. I love it. I'm pretty sure you guys hear about Persona 5 all over the place. So Persona 5 for me is S rank. Yep, it is. Now God Eater, can't speak on God Eater. Never played it. Never seen a gameplay video. I've seen probably 1 minute of a gameplay video. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in never played. Now, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I played this year. You guys see me upload 3 videos. I did a few streams on Twitch. Kakarot is for, people who saying Kakarot is this top tier game. I like Kakarot. I like how it went back and, the stories. People are pointing out, oh, it's missing this from this cutscene. It's missing that from that cutscene. This shit I didn't notice. I noticed that Final Flash wasn't in the game. Super Trunks wasn't in the game. I literally stopped after I beat Cell Saga. I literally stopped. I have not played the game since, but combat system was just not great. It just wasn't for me. I was enjoying it at first, and then I started playing the combat, but the RPG elements, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot did something that we want a Naruto game to do, which is, that open world feeling, going out, doing other things, going here, going there, doing tasks, doing missions, all of this stuff. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot stepped out, out of that box, but it's some places that was lacking, but the fact that it went outside the box, it did numbers. I'm not saying numbers mean everything. RPG elements, the open world stuff, graphics. The only downfall of this game to me was, some of the shit that they missed, some of the cutscenes that they missed, and the fighting mechanics, but I would still put that in B tier. Because those are only 2 bad things I have to say about it. Now, with this bad boy right here, I have never played Blaze Blue. I'm not even going to talk about it. Never played neither one of these. Attack on Titan, Final Battle. I'm going to consider Final Battle and AOT 2. I don't know why I have these 2 on here at the same time. Attack on Titan 2. believe it or not, even though the multiplayer was not, the game itself is good. It is good. The story mode is good. The story mode is literally covered season 3 while centering the story around your character while still staying on the canon route of season 3. And it was amazing story. It was a amazing story. I loved how the game played. I loved everything about it. The only bad thing about this game was that the multiplayer aspect of it was just not there. Everything else was good. If they would have executed on the multiplayer better than what they did, this game would have actually been one of the greats. It would have literally been one of the greats. But Attack on Titan 2, story, gameplay, hands down, CACs. You can have your own horse, you can customize your own gear, you can have your own swords, everything besides multiplayer, hands down, was great. I loved it, and I'm still gonna put it in B tier. Multiplayer literally just killed it it literally killed it for me. But yes. Now, Black Clover Quartet Nights. You guys know I love Black Clover and I love this game, right? But I say this game was way more balanced than Shinobi Striker was, while also being inspired by Overwatch. This is literally an anime Overwatch that literally can improve graphic-wise, gameplay-wise, content-wise, and story-wise. This game right here shouldn't have came out at all. This game came out when it was only at 49 episodes. It should not have came out at all. Why did it come out? It came out between two big titles that already had their names established in the industry, in My Hero Academia and Naruto. Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker and My Hero One's Justice came out. One's Justice ended up being a failure anyway. So, and Black Clover still became a failure anyway because, one, I'm sorry Bandai, but you guys did not promote this game when it came out. You only promoted it when there was DLCs. Let's keep it real here. Everybody can say that. I don't hear negative reviews about this game, but when I see most reviews, they don't even know a Black Clover game exists. They don't. They say that. They always ask, are you talking about the mobile game? Nope. I'm talking about this game right here. Black Clover is literally one of the most balanced games that Bandai has probably made, but the story mode was a spin-off. Was it from a volume or some spin-off story? It was a spin-off. I did not like the story at all. It was one of those visual novel stories. I don't like games like that. I don't like stories like that. It was a visual novel story. Literally, the roster did not have any character. They had Magna, Noel. They literally had half of the Black Bulls, but they were missing Finro. They were missing Gordon. They were missing, what's her name? They were missing Henry. That's not her. What's the other one's name? I forgot her name. She's always screeching. Blue hair. I forgot her name. But they were missing her. They only had 3 members of the Golden Dawn. They only had 1 member of the Crimson Lions. The DLC were literally not good. The DLCs were mainly cosmetics. We only got 3 DLC characters. And Charlotte, I like Charlotte, but she's not a DLC character. We had the Wizard King Julius. It was literally the roster was not that. It was terrible. It was too small. It was way too small. Not a lot of maps. Not a lot to go off of. This game shouldn't have came out, but the game still was good, even though it had little to no content. And that's what I liked about this. It was balanced. Had no problems. Only thing was, didn't get promoted. Roster was small. Story was shit. I'm sorry. This game would, if the roster was just a little bigger, it would have made it into. I think it would have made it into B tier, but I had to put it in C tier. I had to keep it real. I had to put it in C tier. But in my opinion, the game is better and more balanced than Shinobi Striker, even though Shinobi Striker has more content than this game. Shinobi Striker is toxic. Clans are toxic. The players are toxic. They know how to abuse the system. With Black Clover, you literally can't pick the same character. I mean, you could pick the same class, but everybody has to play a role in a lot of the characters. Each character is important in their own way. Simple as that. So we're gonna move on to My Hero One's Justice. Off rip, I've seen everything I need to see about this game. Two broken characters that people play with. Spammy is literally spammy, floaty, buggy, bullshit. It was terrible. This game was awful. It was literally awful. It's going to D tier, straight up. My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia One's Justice 2 improved a little bit. but still had those spammy characters. People still abuse the system. I mean, the roster is cool, but they still had just variations of characters of the same character, similar to Storm. And the game is still broken. It's still broken. People are starting to leave the game again. Well, this game is literally One's Justice 1 all over again, but a little bit better. I seen this coming. People hyped it up, and now they're like, "Oh my God, this game is spammy. This game is shit." What do you expect, guys? It was just, you literally just, you paid for the name. D-tier, get the fuck out. Sorry, excuse my language. Dragon Ball FighterZ. I literally suck ass at this game. I literally suck at this game. But this game has done a lot of things. It has made it to Evo. It is literally a competitive game. It is at competitive events. It has done great things. It has done great things. I really enjoyed this game when I was playing it, even though I sucked. The game takes skill. Good players on here. I heard there was something going on with the netcode. But this game was literally a game changer. It was literally a game changer. Even though, like I said, I suck at 2D fighters and I don't play 2D fighters pretty much not at all anymore. This game still has to make it an S tier for that, the influence it had, man. It's been a long time since we had a game hit a competitive stand. Like Stormfall was like the last game. Even that game was broken too. But this game right here, man, has made it to Evo, one of the most competitive events in the world. Evo. It has made it to a lot of. Is there any other events I'm missing? This game right here is comp. It screams comp. But I know there's like a broken character too or whatever. GT Goku and Broly. Is it Super Broly? Broly from Dragon Ball Super. Can't remember. But let's talk about Curse Pill. A lot of you guys don't know Curse Pill because it is a PC only game. Curse Pill for me is enjoyable. I made a video on it. I haven't played it in a while, but it's a free to play game. A lot of content. Game modes, missions, all you can do. Beautiful game, beautiful music, a lot of weapons. It's a good game. And if you have a PC, I suggest you try it. Great game. I like it. A tier for me. And for last but not least, well, it is least. It is last. SAO Fatal Bullet. This is the game that got me into anime gaming. This is literally probably the first anime game. It is the first anime game I've ever played. This game right here, I watched this game go from a terrible multiplayer. The multiplayer was shit. It was legit shit. But this game improved over the years. The story mode was literally, it focused on GGO. Is that season 3? I think that was season 3 in SAO, but it focused on Gun Gale Online while also centering the story around your character. There were so many cosmetics. You can have your own house. You can farm. There was stuff that the game was challenging at times. There was all kinds of weapons. You could craft weapons. You can mix weapons. You can enhance weapons. There was all this stuff. You can have AIs. You can make male characters, female characters. A lot of you guys like this. Boob sliders. They had all of that. 2018 when the game came out, the multiplayer was not good. But then it hit 2019, and then they added team death matches, multiplayer dungeons that were very, 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 very challenging. They had great DLCs, a great expansion pack. I haven't even got to. I'm still on DLC 3, but from what I've seen with the expansion pack, it was amazing. And on top of that, they had so many free updates, giving everybody cosmetics, swords, all this stuff. In the last free update that actually connects to Alicization Lycoris, they did a 100 floor event where you have to go through 100 floors of bosses. And then if you beat it, you actually get the it was like some cutscene that connects to Alicization Lycoris. It shows some type of trailer to Alicization Lycoris. I love this game so much, and I wish games like this could improve faster. And the game for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put it where it is because I'm ready to end this video. We are sitting at 27 minutes. I'm gonna put this game. Stop it. I'm gonna put this game at the A tier. This game was just the way it came. The story mode. It's just like Attack on Titan 2. The story mode was literally. I loved it. I literally loved it. There was content. There was so much cosmetics. All this stuff you can do, and the multiplayer started off ass. AOT stayed ass. But it started off ass, and it came up. 2019, it came up. I was making multiple. I made like 3-4 videos off rip, just straight out multiplayer, streaming it, all of that, man. This game had free updates. It was fun. I met a lot. I met friends on here that I played games with on there, other games with now, and it was really good. It was really good. If you can ask anybody right now about SL Fatal Bullet, they have great things to say. You have those guys that don't want to say good things and just want to say everything's ass. I love Fatal Bullet. Good game. I love the character development of this game. The multiplayer came a long way. I can tell you that. But this is my tier list: Code Vein, Persona 5, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and S tier, Kurt's Pill, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet A tier, Gintama Rumble. If you guys can get a hold of that game, it's hard to find because there was only 3 in stock when I ordered it, 3 or 4 in stock. It's hard to come by that game. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot in B tier, Attack on Titan 2 in B tier, Shinobi Striker in C, Black Clover in C, Tokyo Ghoul, 7 Deadly Sins, and both My Heroes in D tier. This is my tier list. Don't hate me, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry if you hate me. But you guys let me know your tiers in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I usually don't do videos like this, and this shit was long. So, I had a lot to say. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sitting through this. It's your boy Black Sage. Holla.